Hey, welcome to the final lesson of this section, the mask section. We have seen how to create wonderful masks and how to animate them, how to use them properly. Now I'm going to talk about a final way to create a mask, but it's not a mask itself, but it can be used as a mask. It's another tool. I'm going to take this composition that has the character that I created. I'm going to open this comp, and here we have all the layers. You can see that I have all of them. I have the eyes and everything separated. So what I'm going to do is to use the head of the character as a mask itself. So to use that, I'm going to select this little guy right here. You can see that if you stand on this T, you can see that it shows preserve underlying transparency. So that's what we're going to use. So let's take, for example, the nose layer here. Here is the nose. I'm going to click on this square here, and it's going to show a square like with a transparency grid. If you have used Photoshop or Illustrator or any other software, you have probably seen this transparency grid, which is like a checkers table, but only gray and white. So you can see that it has now a transparency grid. And what this does is that now this nose is using every object as its mask, meaning that everything that is outside of any other layer is going to use as a mask. If I move this nose to this point, you can't see anything. But if I move this to the ears or something, you can see it. So if you take it here, you can see that it ends right where the ear ends. So if I leave this nose right here, but instead of letting anything without this transparency, underlying transparency, if I hit this on everything but the head, you can see that the head doesn't have any transparency. If I do that, when I move the nose, it will stay only on the head. So this is really cool. We won't be using this a lot, but it can be useful somehow. For example, if I place the transparency on everything, including the eyes, if I move the eyes, you can see that the eyes disappear when hitting the edges. So for example, if I can create an animation where the eyes roll over. Let's create a keyframe here. Let's go back to our first keyframe, and the eyes will be on this point, and here the eyes will be on this point. Now if I hit play, you can see that the eyes will roll over. Let me fix this. Alright. Now the eyes are rolling over. If I go to this point and copy this keyframe, paste it here, and this one I paste it here, it will look like his eyes are rolling. So that can be a nice trick, and it saves a lot of time animating, because otherwise we would have to animate quite a lot of things to give the effect that it's rolling his eyes. So you can see that right now it's really simple like this. And that's it for the underlying transparency. It's not a big deal, but it can be useful for some things. It's really nice to have that tool around. Maybe we can use this later on the course. I don't know, maybe we can find a use for it. So I hope that you learn a lot about masks, as you can see, the masks are really important for anything that we're going to create on this course. They will save a lot of time, and we can create wonderful effects like the one we created with the character. We can create wonderful effects, and they are really simple to use. Once you understand how does this work, how you can animate them, how you can use the track matte on anything, once you understand that, you can use, it's going to be really easy and really helpful to use. And we're going to, of course, when we get to the practical part of the course, we're going to use a lot of masks. So that's it for this lesson. Let's go to the next one.